All right, yo, ABDC Nation, what's happening? It's your boy Tune the Dancer, aka Anthony Marshall, aka Aunt M. Uh, we are in week three of ABDC season seven, Madonna week. Sorry, this post is a little bit late. It's a couple hours late. I'm getting ready for a dance battle out here in Columbus. Kind of got my little fresh line, got a fresh haircut and whatnot going on. But anyways, let's get into it though. Madonna week. Once again, I told everybody I'm not a big Madonna fan, so the music choice of music is probably gonna be horrid. But you know what? I gotta stop underestimating episodes because some of these episodes, like the episode that I'm really not looking forward to for some odd reason, usually is my favorite. I mean, Britney Spears week from season three. Oh gosh, the Bring the Beat challenge from season two. I mean, those have actually been my favorite episodes, and I was not looking for them whatsoever. But the episodes like I'm not looking forward to, or the episodes I am looking forward to, are usually the worst ones. Like the Whack Track Challenge season three, Martial Arts Challenge season four. Like it's amazing how they do this. But Madonna Week, wasn't looking forward to it. It was actually pretty damn good. I think all the crews actually did pretty okay for the most part. Let's get into it. So the first, well, before we get into it, Mario gives us some terrible news that two crews are going home. I'm not feeling this. Like this season's always one step forward, one step back. I was happy that they gave mixed elements a chance to kind of redeem, and it didn't happen with them. But now they're kicking off two people again. This is stupid. Like the producers need to kind of get their act together for real. But neither here nor there. Let's get into it. So the first save crew is Fanny Pack, and is anybody surprised? Because I'm not. But anyway, Fanny Pack is the first save crew, and they get "Girls Gone Wild" or "Girl Gone Wild." I've never heard this song. Apparently, it's one of new Madonna's new songs. I wish they got something from the '80s though, but they never do. When Janet Jackson we hit, they were supposed to get something from the '80s, and they ended up getting something from 2000s. But once again, neither here nor there. Anyway, they decide that their challenge needs to be whacking and kind of dancing in heels. Very interesting. And when I say dancing in heels, I mean everybody is dancing in heels. The dudes are dancing in heels, which doesn't kind of put it past it is fanny pack, but um, but the dudes are dancing in heels, and I mean the guys dance in heels in the video, and so it makes sense. The performance itself, oh, it wasn't bad. It was a great start to the show. I'll say that. What I'm looking for the fanny pack that kind of killed the killed the speed up challenge in season two. Did the get your freak on and Missy week. I mean, I'm looking for that. The flash dance. I'm looking for that fanny pack. I'm not looking for. They kind of gotten really like. I don't know what the word is, but they're not as zany as they used to be. It's kind of sad actually, but anyways, we'll go into the next crew. Like I said, I wasn't feeling the whacking was okay, but they kind of need to step it up because most wanted is not only on their tail, but they're beating them. So anyway, next saved crew is Electrolytes. Yeah, it's like that. I'm confused myself. I thought they would have gone a little bit earlier, but apparently some people like the Electrolytes. I don't know why. I mean, their performance wasn't that great last week, but they end up getting hung up on you. But they decide, and Chris is still out, so that's kind of a pain in the neck. It's like you're still a man down, but at least you have a week to kind of get ready. So there's still a man down, and they one of the guys ends up starting like he finds crumping in the video, which I've never seen the video, so I didn't even know they crumped. But my eyes kind of lit up because I crump, so I'm like, okay, yay, awesome. Because crump on the show is always good, with the exception of Beat Freaks and Fly Kicks that tried to do it in the last week, and it was terrible. But I mean, other than that, everybody who's croaked on the show has been fantastic. So let's see what the electrolytes have. Performance hits, and I actually really like this performance. They hit this they when they hit the crump section, they only have about a minute to perform, but they hit the crump section, and it's amazing actually, because they like everybody gets a solo, and while they're crumping and stuff, like it was really dope actually. And then one of them jumps off the stage, and Chris kind of leaves a message talking about he's coming back next week, which I'm happy to hear, because he's actually going to get a chance to perform, which is good. um, Good performance though. I actually really enjoyed this performance. It was way way better than last week. Congratulations to Electrolytes, because I don't know where y'all were last week, but you're in the competition this week, so congrats. Next save crew is Most Wanted crew. Anybody surprised? No. Anyways, they end up getting 4 minutes to save the world, which most one is gonna piss me off, because like they're gonna be like the Rhythm City of this crew, of this season, because they're gonna be that crew that gets every good flipping song, like everything good. 4 minutes to save the world, probably Madonna, one of Madonna's best. I know I'm not a Madonna fan, but it's my favorite. It's the one I can actually listen to more than once. But anyway, they're dressed in like the Wright brothers outfits or something crazy. They look like aviators. They're really odd. But anyway, they decide to highlight the popping that Justin and I guess everybody else was doing, probably except Madonna, because I don't think Madonna pops. But anyway, it once again way better than last week. And I mean, it's not hard to do that, because they kind of set up this uh they set us up. We're ready to see kind of the best version of them, and they killed it. There was one part where Brian, who just he was just in the middle, and like three people were on one side and five people were on the other, and he would go in, he would do something, he would do some dance, and everybody would follow, and he'd run over there and to the other side, and every kind of activated everybody. It was dope. The whole performance was dope. Of course everybody was on the, it was sick. It was sick. Next we get to our next batch of saved crews, and 8 flavors are saved. Once again, some of these people are really not surprising me, but 8 flavors ends up getting Vogue. So Lord knows what's gonna happen. I'm thinking they're gonna turn it into something really poppy, and of course you know what they have to do. They have to Vogue. That's what they do. The performance itself, flipping amazing. 8 flavors. I take back. I'm eating crow pie today. Like seriously, I'm really eating crow pie, because like I did not think y'all had. I thought y'all were gonna be cute the whole way round, and listen. That song should be over your head, because I didn't think you were sophisticated enough to do that song, but you proved me absolutely incorrect. Like y'all killed it. In fact, I think this was actually my favorite performance of the night. They destroyed the stage. It made no sense to me whatsoever. But yeah, they killed it. One girl, I can't remember her name. I think she's the little 10-year-old one, but she keeps on smiling during the performance. But other than that, that's a minimal fight there. But yeah, I'm pure gangster. But I even had to get up and say, "Work it, honey." But I'm still pure gangster though. But anyway, A Flavor's great job. Next up, RNG got saved, and RNG has a huge fan base, and I'm praying to God they do better this week. But they end up getting Human Nature, which I guess came out in '95. I remember the video, because Madonna had the cornrows, and she was sitting in back looking like Trinity from The Matrix and stuff like that, and there were a bunch of guys filling up on her while she's in a chair. Well, RNG decides to take it in, kind of turn on his head, and they have the guy Bailey in the chair, and he's talking about how uncomfortable he is. It's bullcrap. You know you like it. No, I'm joking. But anyway, they're gonna go ahead and highlight thrashing, which I've never heard of, but I guess it's them moving to one side really really quick. Yeah, I've never heard of it. I like. I'll tell you one thing. District 78 does is they don't leave any crew like just destroyed. Like they when they mix something, when they take a song that a lot of people shouldn't be dancing to, they do a great job of it. And they did a fine job here. They kind of gave it that little New Jack swing, so it had a cool rhythm to it. Was it my favorite performance of the night? No. Was it a fantastic performance? Absolutely. They did a fine job. They did way better than they did last week. So I'm very proud of RNG. Congratulations, y'all. Next saved crew, and I'm still pissed about this. Step Boys. Who the mother ever voted for Step Boys? Whoever you are, get the hell off my channel right now. I'm serious because I'm pissed about that. Anyway, they get Ray of Light, which is the quickest song ever in the history of life, and they the one thing I like about this crew is that they try to find a way of um, they do a good job of like just trying to reach out to the fans because we voted on what's the next move they're gonna do, and they actually did the move. The Crazy Scimitar, they actually did it. The other things that they did, the choreography was a little bit better. It was sloppy, but there was a lot more choreography than whatever than those crappy jokes that they were doing. They did some finger tutting that needed a whole lot of work and kind of dug up their nose. They're still juvenile, you know what I mean? But the one thing I will highlight, Step Boys did the Bernie. If you don't know how to do the Bernie, look up the video. It's the stupidest dance in the world, but they did the Bernie, and so impressive. I'm impressed by you guys. But other than that, this is the only performance that I really was not feeling whatsoever. I just think there's a lot to do. I find this group admirable, but that's about it. So if you're keeping count, 9 crews. We've already gone through 6, and 3 are left. And so those 3 are in the bottom. Collision Crew, and this doesn't make any sense. Collision Crew killed Electrolytes and RNG last week, so I don't know how. Foundation, who I still don't like, and Erratic, who I kind of thought was going to happen because they were pretty forgettable crew. But anyway, Collision Crew goes first, and they get Don't Tell Me. How the hell do you get the only country song that Madonna has ever done, and they get it? Is a pain in the neck. I think they're trying to give them the death song. A lot of crews do get a death song, but the song that they're trying to kick the crew off of, and some of them survived. In fact, the only crew I know that survived their death song was Street Kingdom after getting "I Will Never Say Never" by Justin Bieber, and they survived. And for all those people who said they didn't win the battle, they won. Screw it. The dance, they bring in a country line dance into it, but they mix it with a little Atlanta swag, and it's actually quite a good mix. It's not the greatest performance in the world, and that's mainly because of the song choice. Thank you, producers, once again. But the performance itself, not as bad as you would think it was. I mean, they did a great job of mixing Southern swag and line dancing. This is something Southern Movement couldn't do in 3 weeks, and Collision Crew did this in 1. So big up to Collision Crew. Still my favorite crew. Will you win? Probably not, but still my favorite crew out there right now. Then we get to Funkdation, who I can't remember what song they got. I don't know the name of it. It's the new one with MIA and Nicki Minaj. I hate it. I know they did it on Super Bowl, and I was never impressed by it. But anyway, they do the kind of cheerleading thing. That's one thing you don't do. Do not be cheerleaders on ABDC. It will not work. SAS Time 7 tried to do it, and they came out looking like the worst crew in ABDC history, which is a title that still stands. Possibly Jagged. I don't know. But anyway, they do a pretty good, decent job. Their first stunt where they have like one girl kind of go up and then do a flip over was amazing. I actually liked that. But other than that, it was the same thing from last week. It wasn't great, it wasn't mind blowing. They did this one thing where like I guess Guy got mad. It didn't make any sense, but Guy got mad and there was like steam coming out of his ears. It was pretty cool. But other than that, yeah. Collision Crew is still number 1 right now. And then finally Erratic, the Canadian crew. So they get Express Yourself. Yeah, Express Yourself. But they don't really highlight anything. In fact, if you look at their dance from this week and last week, it's pretty much the same damn thing, like literally. So the only cool part they did was they did this like chain part, but that's not really expressing yourself. Anyway, Collision Crew wins by default. by default, but still, I thought Erratic was gonna win, but they gave it to Collision Crew because they got the hardest challenge. But Collision Crew stays, and now this is purely an America's Best Dance Crew season because Mexico and Canada is no more. Only Americans, baby. But anyway, stay tuned, y'all. I'm actually doing a part two where I'm gonna do a preview of next week, the Drake week, and I'm also going to give out some awards. So sit tight. I'm gonna have that ready in a couple of minutes. So be ready.